What's going on, everybody? My name is Seth, and today we are talking about voiceovers, and more specifically the do's and do nots to creating that awesome voiceover for whatever you happen to be doing. Whether you're a voiceover artist by trade, a beginner filmmaker, or even an expert filmmaker looking for a refresher course, this video is for you. Before I begin, please hit that subscribe button and help support this channel. Every subscriber counts and every subscriber is very much appreciated. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave those in the comment box below. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so for this video, we're going to be going over really kind of a list of tips and tricks for improving your voiceovers. So step number one will definitely, and probably the most obvious tip, would be get a nice microphone. Today I'm using the Rode NT USB, and I really love this microphone. It is a USB powered microphone, so you really don't get the same quality as like an XLR or studio grade microphone, but for a USB microphone, it's definitely a fantastic microphone, and I recommend it over most XLR microphones. If you're going to get an XLR microphone, get a nice one. I know Rode makes an excellent has an excellent selection of XLR input microphones, but if you were looking for a USB microphone, definitely go with the Rode. But keep in mind, any microphone will work better than an in-camera microphone. Now, another option, like I said, if you have some money and you got a few extra bucks or a little bit more professional, definitely go with an XLR. The tactile control that you have with an XLR microphone is way better than what you get with a USB type microphone. If you don't have a very big budget at all and all you have is a video mic or like an on-camera microphone like the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus or the VideoMic Go or Video Micro or anything like that, if you can mount that close to your mouth, or even just obviously it's on the camera now, but have it close, get rid of the video and just use the audio source, that'll be great compared to just using the in-camera. And going off of the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, it has a lot of great features on it that allow you to adjust the sound. It has some high pass filters. It has a boost in 5 decibels, 20 decibels. You can also lower the decibels by 10 if you're a really loud talker. So definitely an option to keep in mind if you don't want to get one of these. You think your $200, $300 is going to be spent better with an on-camera microphone. Definitely a great option to consider. Tip number 2, stand up. Obviously I'm sitting down for this video, but if I was doing a professional recording, I would be standing up, as standing up will allow greater airflow through the lungs and really provide a lot more oxygen to the brain to help with your reading of a script or just your overall presence and sound. You'll get a lot deeper sound by standing up versus you're kind of scrunched over where everything's scrunched and squished, and you kind of get a type of sound out of it. If you're doing a voiceover or maybe you're singing and you're a musician here on YouTube, even though you're playing the guitar, you're playing the piano, try to stand up or record things separately. That way you get a lot better sound out of your recordings versus this kind of scrunched sound. Tip number 3 will definitely be animation. If you have ever had the chance to view or watch an animation voiceover artist at work, you'll notice that he or she is always animated, always in the character, always giving hand gestures, facial expressions, because it might look really stupid, but all of those things translate through the microphone into the script and out in the recording as a character. And I'll give you an example here. On this script I did, or this is one on my demo reel, I did an A1 steak sauce recording. So before I go ahead and actually read and illustrate the point of showing expression, I want to go ahead and touch on mouth to microphone distance. You'll see some voiceover artists, and they're really up here. Now, if you were trying to get that kind of muffled, really crisp sound, now I don't really think it sounds very crisp, but some people like this sound. Definitely get that. Now, I would recommend, however, staying at least 6 to 12. I mean, 12 is a little bit far. I think 6 is definitely within that range of perfect. And it allows you to speak up, and you get less peaking on the audio source versus if you were really close like this. So I'm going to go ahead and read the script. I'll do it once with no expression, and then I'll go ahead and do it with expression and facial expressions like that. With steak, you want to make every bite count. That's why we use A1 steak sauce. A1 brings out every single bite of steak, or even hamburger. Delicious. For me, there's only one steak sauce, and that's A1, because A1 has all the taste that makes every bite count. So that was a pretty good read. It was definitely crisp and clear. It was very well enunciated. Now, I'm going to go ahead and bring it to life with a little bit of emotion and feeling, a little bit more expression. With steak, you want to make every bite count. That's why we use A1 steak sauce. A1 brings out every single bite of steak, or even hamburger. Delicious. For me, there's only one steak sauce, and that's A1, because A1 has all the taste that makes every bite count. Now, I see with that second one, I had a little bit more expression, a little bit more feeling. That is key to any voiceover. If you're sad, and this is going to be the next tip, and that's going to be facial expression. Now, I know I just said facial expression, but what I mean is if you are a voiceover and you're trying to do a happy character, go ahead and smile in the recording. It sounds weird and it looks really silly, but by smiling, it makes the sound happier. If you say like, my dog just died. Yeah, that sounds sad, but if you say, my dog just died, it sounds a lot happier, even though all you're doing is smiling in the recording. Don't stop mid-sentence, okay? So if I'm using the same voiceover script, and I say, with steak, you want to make every bite count. That's one sentence. But you'll see that some voiceover artists will record like 2 or 3 words at a time, and granted, that's fine, and you can certainly do that, but you have a lot of cuts, and it doesn't sound very good. It sounds very choppy in the recording. So if you're going to make a cut, or you want to, take it line or sentence by sentence, do sentence by sentence. Don't do, with steak, you want to make every bite count, because it just sounds choppy. Granted, you could say, with steak, okay, boom, perfect. That was a great recording there. You want to make every bite count, and then put it together so it sounds like, with steak, you want to make every bite count. No, you want to make sure that you read entire sentences and then, make the cut. So get one sentence down, cut it. If you want to try it again, do that sentence over. It'll just make the editing good for you and the editing, so if you're sending it off to be edited, to be good as well. Definitely the next voiceover tip would be a quiet environment. Obviously, I'm in my room. There's a lot of stuff in here. I have like my dresser, or I have like a cabinet over here. I got a lot of things here on my desk to kind of suck up some of the sounds. I have like a beanbag chair over in this corner. I even have my bed behind me. But if you really want to get a really crisp sound, not a lot of echo, definitely, I would, maybe put a blanket down, put up a couple sound panels in here. Really, you can even buy things that kind of go around the microphone, almost like a little soundproof U type thing. But all that would be recommended. So that's all for me in this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something as well, and definitely could take something away and apply to your voiceover career, or even maybe your filmmaking career. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those in the comment box below, and I look forward to reading every single one of those. And if you are not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button and support this channel. Once again, my name is Seth, and I'll see you guys in the next one.